Welcome to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-hosts, Jen Isgo and Tom Kokoza, and we have two special guests joining us. We have Dana Liu, a.k.a. Zool from Delving the Chronicles. How you doing, Dana?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Here for the WoTCon hype.
Yes. Choo-choo. Oh, I should have got a train sound. That's what I should have got. We can just do it ourselves.
Opportunities.
I know. Damn it, things. And that's the voice of Jess from Tarvalon After Dark. How you doing, Jess?
Hello. I'm very well, thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes, this is exciting. After all of this, the wildness and craziness and disappointment with the show, we've got a convention coming up. And why not, let's think positive. Let's think about fun things that are going to be happening, except not the show. So we've got a lot to talk about with WoTCon. We've got some panel reveals. Ooh, didn't know that was gonna happen till earlier today. So thank you to Rebecca for sending that over to me and having that ready. We did have some news to talk about, though, just a little bit of news that I did want to touch on before we get into WoTCon. So the Save Wat movement, as Rob likes to call it, broke 170,000 signatures today, everybody. 170,000 signatures. And in how long? What has it been, 3 weeks? When did they announce it? Not even a month, right?
Has it I feel like it's been less than that.
2 weeks?
Like two and a half, maybe?
Yeah, I think 2.5 weeks, yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Be 3 weeks.
170,000 signatures. I don't remember any of those other fan-saving TV show campaigns ever getting that much that fast.
I don't know how fast they did, but I know I've seen numbers for one that topped 170,000. So,
was that the Expanse? Was it The Expanse? Do you remember? I forget. Rob, I think, mentioned one yesterday, but I feel like it took them much longer though to get to. I feel like we're gonna get there quick.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's do it.
We talked about the GoFundMe last week. How it would, I forget how much it had raised after it was out for like 2 days, but already reached the goal. Over $32,000 raised.
That's
in a little
incredible.
over a week.
I haven't been paying. I'm a terrible fan. I haven't been paying like super close attention to this. My mental power has been directed elsewhere, but the amount of support this is getting is absolutely incredible, and it obviously is going far beyond like the core fandom.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild considering how quickly everything's moved. And there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff going on next week that I can say. There's billboards going up next week in, let's see, pending approval. There'll be billboards going up next week in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in LA, New York, and London.
Wow.
Keeping our fingers crossed. So everyone,
I heard that one was going to be really close to like Apple TV headquarters as well as Sony.
Yes, that one I think is not going to be going up till maybe the following week. I can't remember, but there will be a flyover of an airplane with a banner with a sign that says "Save Wat" happening next Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe.
My God,
and
that's hilarious.
Jess, it's going to be flying over the studios in Culver City.
Yep.
Amazing.
That's terrific.
Yes.
That is so good.
Yeah. So just keep your eye on social media because it'll be going, when everything's confirmed and it's definitely happening, you'll be seeing people posting it, or go to savewat.com also. And it'll be there as well. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Yeah. It's pretty exciting next week. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't have a fantasy property. They don't have one.
No.
They need one.
No.
They should get that. They should get this one.
Yeah.
I'm really, really hoping.
I saw somebody was talking about how they weren't sure if they were still going to be able to watch Wheel of Time. They were like concerned that Prime Video might like pull it out off of the catalog. And I think we had talked about this, I think a week or two ago, that Disney does that. So they were like, well, you can buy it on Apple TV. Well, not Apple TV, sorry, iTunes, I guess, right? Or the Apple Store.
Okay, that's good to know.
So people were like talking about like, oh, let's buy from Apple and it'll draw their attention, and maybe they'll be like, oh, look, this is making us a lot of money, or a lot of people are buying it. Like, maybe we should look at this. Don't know. If
I mean, I have no idea if those two like parts of the organization talk to each other at all, but
Right.
But
they might. Somebody might jump on Slack and be like, "You see this right here?"
Yeah, it's a connection for sure. I mean, yeah.
Lately, I've heard a big push for. You mentioned the 170,000 signatures, but a big push for writing physical postcards and letters, and
Yes.
and that being like the current big push, because somebody can ignore a whole bunch of emails, but it's much harder to ignore something physical arriving. Yes, we got a whole bag of these physical letters for you, Mr. Executive. And here they are. They're all from Wheel of Time fans.
Yeah. I'm just picturing the end of Miracle on 34th Street where they
Yes.
like they just come in, the
postman just keep
old time. Yeah. Just men dressed up as like postmen from like the 50s, just coming in with bags and sacks.
I was
of mail.
thinking of Harry Potter when the letters are just coming down in every like window and down the fireplace, just like burying everyone's letters.
I like that better.
I'm trying to imagine myself being able to hold a pen long enough to write a letter.
postcard.
Do you know, Jess? I was in a meeting the other day and I was taking notes by hand, and like right 2 sentences and I was getting cramps in my hand.
Seriously, it's just like it helps my brain for me to physically write things down, but I do it so little anymore that like my hand starts to hurt and I can't go fast enough, and then my handwriting starts looking like hot garbage, and I'm like, how did I make it through college writing things down like an idiot? Like,
like some fucking moron.
Like some freaking moron, like some peasant who doesn't have a laptop.
That's what
I didn't have laptops back in my day.
And 50 years from now, people will be like, writing, what's that?
Yeah.
That'll be like people using like a quill to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently some schools don't teach cursive writing anymore, which I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong opinion about it one way or the other. Like, if you can write letters that people can read, that's absolutely sufficient. But I'm just like,
can you read what other people have written in the past?
But can those people read cursive? That's
that's
my handwriting is like a weird printing cursive.
Yeah, mine's like a
thing,
combination.
So.
That's so fun. Like my kids will probably, if they found like, I don't know, let's say an old book that somebody wrote with cursive, like notebook, they would be like, it'd be like another language to them.
Like the Dead Sea.
Like a cursive letter Q would blow
is the word.
Two. It's a two.
It's a number 2. No, it's not. It's a letter Q, my friend. You can tell by the little loop at the top.
Yeah. This has gone off course, but anyway.
Anyway.
Letters. We were talking about physical letters, writing
letters. That's what it was.
That's what it came to. Yes, and there's, for those people like myself and Jess who can't write a letter for, more than one sentence without cramping, you can do it. You can actually, there's links to services that'll, you just, pay a few dollars and type your letter and they'll mail it and everything for you.
A monkey writes the postcard for you.
They do a much
better the stamp
job.
And everything.
Yes. There's just now I'm picturing The Simpsons with the monkeys typing on the greatest novel.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's like. No, they probably have
now
AI
I'm thinking
doing
about
it.
like back in the late 90s when I was writing letters to high school friends when we all went away to college.
100%.
And we were writing like actual physical letters, and it was exciting to go check the mail because you might have a letter in there that somebody wrote to you. Like, man.
Yeah.
Remember mail?
Yeah.
When there was actual stuff in it?
Yeah, but like Dana Lou was saying, go to the website, go to SafeWhat.com, write a letter.
Sorry.
There's a whole list of people.
Write your letter in print just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Don't write it in cursive.
Just in case they can't read
Executives
cursive.
can't read it. Might not be able to read
Yeah, just
it.
in case it's a Gen Z executive who doesn't know what's going on.
They'll have to have their assistant read it for them. Or upload it to, I don't know, ChatGPT.
Siri, what does this say?
Siri, yes. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about anyway. You guys got
But
me.
if you go to
Letter
the
writing.
website, there
Dave
are
Watt.
if you go to the website,
Thank
there
you,
are
Dana Liv.
action items you can take, and it will give you suggestions of who to send it to, how you can send it, all of that. Just go there and check it out. New stuff is being added all the time. Go there and see what all everybody's doing. And you can read things that other people have written.
Yeah, watch little videos
Love
too. You could record a video too of just talking about how much you love the Wheel of Time. And upload it there. And they've been making like these little compilation videos and posting them on social media.
That's very interesting. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. I think 2 came out already. I don't remember who's doing them. I can't remember who's doing them. But anyway.
Critter did one. I don't know.
Yeah, Critter did one. I'm trying to remember if she's doing all of them, but she might be putting all of them together. I don't remember. Yeah. SaveWatt.com. Let's do it. Come on. We've got what are our chances? Jess, what do you think the chances are that Wheel of Time comes back?
I'm going to put it at 50-50.
50-50.
I'm going to say 50% chance. I feel optimistic because the show, like, let's talk about the pros versus the cons.
Mhm.
Pros. The show kept improving season over season. Amazing cast, amazing crew. Like, they took the money that they had and they did really amazing things with it. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Well done. Con, it's expensive,
Mm.
but everything's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's what you get for that. I mean, that's what happens. It's the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah.
Built-in audience, like whatever streaming service could pick this up, you've got a built-in audience. You are guaranteed new subscribers. I've never subscribed to Apple TV a day in my life.
Mhm.
And I have no plans to, because they don't have anything over there that I care enough about to pay for. If they pick up the Wheel of Time, they will get my money.
Yeah.
Probably in perpetuity, because I will be so fucking grateful that I will pick whatever highest like subscription tier and keep it until I die, just because
they're the
I'm so
cheapest.
happy.
They're one of the cheapest. They're only like $10 a month, I think. So it's not an
that's not
expensive
bad.
one. No.
No, that's not bad at all. But you know, it's like it's already, with 3 seasons, it's already well established and it's good. It's really, really good. High-end, well-known talent, built-in audience. And maybe, like, I'm trying not to be biased when I say this, but I feel like I think Amazon was fucking stupid to let it go. I think they were stupid to cancel it in the first place.
Yeah.
Another streaming service would be stupid not to pick it up, because, like, if they do a better job marketing it, and I don't know, merch, shut up and take our money. We're all grown-ups.
Mhm.
We have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Let us give it to you, and then you give us stuff, right? So, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of opportunity there for it to be a money-making vehicle, a vehicle to drive people to your streaming service. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm talking myself into higher than 50%, but it's sort of, you know, all of the points that I'm making, I feel like, are to a certain extent driven by logic, and streaming television doesn't work in any kind of logical configuration that I understand.
Mhm.
The metrics that they use to measure
Mhm.
success don't make sense to me. So, you know, it seems like a no-brainer to me that somebody would pick this up.
All right.
I also thought it was a no-brainer that Sci-Fi would pick up Firefly when they canceled it, and
Oh no,
here we are.
is that like a jinx you just put on this?
Yeah.
God, I hope.
Well, they did make a movie at least. Maybe we'll get a Wheel of Time.
Yes, they did. We got Serenity, which was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. I'm a leaf on the wind.
Mhm.
That's right.
Fucking great. Fucking God, that's such a good show.
I gotta watch it again.
Mm.
Is it streaming
That's
anywhere?
one that holds up for just like watch after watch after watch. It holds up. It holds up over time. It's just, That was a great show. Anyway, but we're talking about the Wheel of Time, not Firefly.
Dana Lou, what do you think? What are your odds, percentage, however you want to do it?
Man, I thought we were pretty much 100%, 99.9% that it was going to get renewed the first place. So I
thought for sure we were going to get renewed.
Absolutely floored. Like, it really pulled the rug out from under me. So I'm so cautious with my heart at this point that I'm afraid to say, like, I agree with everything that Jess said. Like, I feel like it would be a no-brainer to pick up, but it's a very weird industry, a weird time in the industry from all I've heard. So I'm going to give it less than 10%.
Wow. You went from a 99.9 to a 10% in just like a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. And if it wasn't for all this huge save watt push, I would be at a 0%. Like, I would be.
Oh, I agree with you there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not kidding about protecting my heart here, because I saw that. I opened up my laptop that day, saw a whole bunch of notifications, clicked on one, saw what it was, closed my laptop. Didn't open it again for, like 3 days. I was, on vacation, but I didn't even open it again. I was like, I can't deal with anybody else's grief right now. I just can't. And so, it was like at least 4 or 5 days before I logged into anything Wheel of Time, because I just couldn't deal with it. And so, like I said, I'm very, very cautious with my heart here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see.
We will see, for sure. Let's talk about happier things.
Absolutely.
Like WoTCon.
Hooray!
WoTCon!
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, wait. No, I wanted to talk about one other thing. I forgot. Before we get to WoTCon. Sorry. I want to talk, right? So Sarah Nakamura, who was a consultant on the TV show, announced on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, that she's been working as a creative producer, narrative engagement at iWat Studios. So iWat Studios, they hold the rights to a bunch of Wheel of Time IP. I guess technically I don't know if they still own part of the rights of the show, or they sold all the rights to Sony, or how that works. I don't know the details on that, but whatever. Yeah, she is mentioned that she's involved in the video game production. So I think we talked about this a while ago, that they announced that they were going to be making an RPG game for the Wheel of Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very into that. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, I hope it's good when it comes out, though. That's the thing.
Well, I'm up to my butt in Baldur's Gate 3 right now. So if you give me another fantasy RPG, forget about it.
Yeah.
Like,
one where
I'm
you can
all in.
channel. Yeah. Where you can channel.
Would be so cool.
Yeah. If just not for that. Yeah.
Well, and I just feel like there's a lot of opportunity for really interesting ways of dealing with like the game mechanics for that.
Mm.
Like making there being steps of like opening yourself to the true stores and shit like that like maybe that gets faster and easier as you gain higher levels. Like, there's just, if they get good people working on this, they could make an extremely cool game.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, walking around as a Nice Sedai with a warder, fucking shooting fireballs at things and stuff. Oh, awesome. They don't even have to make it like, you don't have to do anything super crazy. Just use the Wheel of Time and make it fun, and that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rest is
so easy.
Yeah. Like you don't have to go crazy and try to make some like, this is the first time this is going to be, we're adding this new technique with no, we don't need any of that. Do that with some other game. Just give me an RPG game in the world of the Wheel of Time where you can channel, right? And we see Wheel of Time monsters like Trollocs. That's all it needs to be. Don't overthink it.
Crazy sorcerer ladies and weird monsters. That's what we need.
Don't overthink it if you're listening. All right.
Politics.
So Sarah did say in regards to the TV show that this doesn't this doesn't mean I've given up hope, by the way, still fighting behind the scenes.
Good.
All right.
I mean, I figured.
So that's good.
Fact of the matter is she needs to put food on the table. So she needs a job.
Of course.
Yeah.
fighting to keep a television show on the air probably doesn't pay very well. So
No, it doesn't.
No.
I don't think it pays at all.
Well, and I'm glad that, that she's still able to work in the Wheel of Time sphere.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Regardless.
For sure. All right. WoTCon?
Well,
WoTCon.
did Tom have some Emmy nominations? Or
Oh,
something?
yes. I didn't make a note of that because I got distracted before. But Tom, go ahead. You had something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
I promise we're going to get to WoTCon.
Real quick, the season 3 of the show has been nominated for not nominated for the Emmys, submitted for Emmy nomination in a boatload of categories, including art direction, casting, cinematography, costumes, directing, makeup, music, programs, sound editing, sound mixing, stunts, writing, and the general performers. In the performers, that would be Daniel Henney for outstanding lead actor, Rosamund Pike for outstanding lead actress. Yes, he's the lead actor on the show. That's it. Marcus Rutherford and Yosha Stradowski as outstanding supporting actor, and Madeline Madden, Sophie Okonedo, and Zoe Robbins as outstanding supporting actress. So those are your performers who are nominated for this season.
He's not a lead character, Lan.
It's weird. It's wild to me. You think that Yosha would be.
Yeah.
It's not about the. It's about the billing.
Billing.
Mm.
All right. So
that makes sense. Daniel Henney is an established actor.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Look, keep our fingers. Like this voting's happening like very soon or over the next week or so.
Yeah. These are like everything's been posted. These are the people who are, whoever it is has been submitting. The people who are eligible to vote can vote, I believe now. Actually,
yeah,
we'll be voting over the next week or two, and then we'll find out in a little while what the Emmy nominations are. So, we said this with season 2, but I really, really mean it with season 3. If it doesn't at least get a costumes nomination, let alone a costumes win, I don't know what people are looking at.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
I literally don't know what they're looking at because every single article of clothing is a work of art.
Yeah.
Even the stuff in the background. Like, I don't know if you all follow Sharon Gillum on Instagram, but she's posted a lot of stuff about what they've done with those costumes. And even in people in the background.
Even people in the bathroom.
Even the people in the bathroom look incredible.
They do.
Even the background people look amazing. Like, they don't cut corners on any of it. And it's just the symbolism, and they deserve a nomination at the very least, if not a win. Like, I don't know what they're going up against, but I promise you that there isn't anybody else who's designing costumes that are more beautiful than this. Like, I will fight somebody in a parking lot about it. I will throw hands.
Yeah. I'll punch a baby in the face.
I'll punch a fucking baby.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Which baby?
A baby I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like,
That's
not
fair.
Critters baby.
It's like the box.
Some stranger's baby. Some strange baby.
If you
why would you bring up Critters baby?
Right, if you open the box, the baby will get punched in the face, but you'll get rich or whatever.
That the movie The Box?
The baby will get over it. The baby won't even remember.
But like, how
somebody dying.
How old is the baby? The oldest.
It's
a baby.
Yeah, but like, is it an infant or like a 1 year old?
Yeah, if it's like a newborn versus like a 7-month-old.
A 1 year old might be able to take it a little better.
You see the size of my fist?
Like how hard and how hard?
Face, it would just cave in. It's terrible.
Okay. Nobody's punching any baby.
This is why we have to clarify.
You're taking it way too far.
How old is the baby? How hard are you hitting the baby? Where are you hitting the baby? Like, are you punching the baby in the head? Or are you punching the baby in the head? And then, like, the leg? Are you punching the baby in the butt?
And its leg, a little baby leg.
Punch on the little baby buns. You don't have a lot of nerve.
I will punch a baby in the butt if Wheel of Time is not nominated for costume.
Baby,
I will
let's
find
give
a
me
baby
cuteness
and punch it
aggression.
right in the butt cheek.
Yes, with its diaper on to cushion
Yes.
the blow. How's that?
To
Baby
cushion
will
the
be
blow.
fine.
Cushion the
But
blow.
I'll
The
get my
baby
aggression
will be
out.
fine.
Speaking of costumes and Sharon Gillam, did you know that Sharon Gillam is the guest of honor at WoTCon this year?
What?
Whoa.
It's true.
Wow.
Nice segue, Joe.
It's going to be so exciting.
Before I even get to that, though, Jess and Dana Lou are part of the WoTCon staff. Do you guys want to share what your roles are?
I am one of the two social media spren, along with Critter XD. It's exactly what it sounds like, posting stuff on social media about WoTCon.
Yeah. So if you see something get posted, you do. Which ones do you do, Jess?
I do Blue Sky and Twitter, and then Critter does Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, but they're all like linked together. So she has to post once and it goes everywhere because it's all meta.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're pretty much
and
on
TikTok,
every.
Right? She does some TikTok.
Oh yeah, and TikTok. She's really good at TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm not good at TikTok, so like she's welcome to that. We collaborate on most posts, but yeah. So if you see something, it could have been either and or both.
Awesome.
Of us having written it.
Dana Lou.
If it's cool, it was probably her.
That's not true.
I do community engagement. So the public Discord for all members, whether it's a virtual membership or an in-person membership, I run that Discord and organize events for the whole month leading up to the convention. And then we do virtual panels. Like we do panels at the convention, but every single one of them is streamed live and recorded. So that's, you have to have, all of your moderators moderating that, making sure everything is working smoothly. And I make sure that all of the staff have what they need in the Discord and everything else. So if you need something in the Discord, tag me and I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh, that'd be great if someone tagged you right now.
Well, the Discord is a great place to hang out before the convention, just to get the hype going. I think that groups get put together for finding like carpools and if people need roommates and stuff like that.
Meals,
and just
meals,
like if you're going to go out to eat or something during the con, and I know that we're all ultimately at the end of the day nerds, and some of us are a little bit more shy than others. And I have heard multiple people say that being able to sort of dip their toes in the Discord first was a really great way to make them more comfortable once they got to the convention. So if you are a first time WoTConner, hop in the Discord and start talking to people, because it is a great way to get to know folks so that you are not walking in to a room full of strangers. I know I can tell you from personal experience, having met online friends many, many, many times, it's a little bit awkward for about 5 seconds, and then something clicks and it's like you've been talking to their faces the whole time. So it's a great way to get to know people ahead of time.
And usually that awkward 5 seconds is just you being like, oh, you're much taller or much shorter than I thought you were. And then it's fine after that.
Yeah.
So this weekend we have 2 different sessions where you can join Koalas and I for icebreakers.
Ooh.
So we'll be in a voice channel. You can participate as little or as much as you want, whether you participate speaking or you just want to write in text channel or you just want to listen. And so we're playing some games there. And for those of you who it's your first con or your first WoTCon, there will be another session later on for first time Q&A. If you want to volunteer, there'll be a volunteer orientation, because this is a convention by fans for fans, and that includes you. The convention does not work if we do not have volunteers during the convention. And so that's another thing that we do. But we also have fun games. We'll have a night of Jackbox games with Black Tower Podcast. We always have trivia with Chris from Wiki. This time we're doing it a couple of weeks early. We're doing it a week from tomorrow because I didn't want to do it the weekend before because that's July the 5th in the middle of our American holiday weekend. And so I wanted to be able to get maybe a bigger crowd. And so we have things like that. We might even have a costume crafting hour for cosplays. So there's all kinds of things, and you'll have to just see what keeps being added to our events in the Discord.
And you buy a ticket, right? Once you buy a ticket to the convention, whether it's virtual or in person, you get access to the Discord. And
yes, in your whatever email you give for your membership, your Discord invitation will go there. And now the Discord invitations, I think, last only 7 days. So just go ahead and jump in. Even if you don't think you're going to be involved for a week or two or whatever, go ahead and jump in the Discord because the Discord invitations time out.
And then you have to bother somebody to get a new one.
Yes,
probably Dana Lou here.
And then I'll bother somebody else to send it to you. And then anyway, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. So I love that there's the Discord opens up like, whatever, a month or so before the con, because everybody kind of gets excited, jumps in there, and they start talking and making plans, like you said. And just all that, those events, those things are great. I love that you coordinate those because I think that's a lot of fun for people to kind of get to know each other, have a little fun, get a little bit of that excitement pumped up. So yeah, a lot of fun for sure. And yeah, I think you go up, right? You go into Discord go to the events section, and you could see what events are going to be going on.
Right. Right now, I only have 3 logged in there, or 3 or 4. And as more dates and times get solidified, I'll put those in there.
Yeah. Awesome. So I guess we should probably tell people when WoTCon is. Maybe that might be helpful.
That might be great.
That probably be helpful.
Yeah. So this year
what are the dates? I don't even.
I know. I had to pull up the website because I don't remember either. It's July 11th to July 13th, right? So it's coming up. It's actually less than a month away from when we're recording this, which is pretty cool and pretty exciting now that I say that. And actually, tickets are only on sale, I believe, or in-person tickets are only on sale till the 18th of June. This will be dropping. That'll be 2 days from when this drops. So you have 2 days to get your tickets. Get your in-person tickets.
Yep.
Tell all your friends
together and get your ticket.
Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cat, get your ticket.
Tell your mom and them.
To Columbus for WoTCon.
Yes.
Now, if you can't make it in person, there's a virtual option, right? We got virtual tickets where you can basically see almost every single panel and thing that happens at WoTCon.
Yeah.
There's all the panels are streamed, all the main room content is streamed, and I think
there's some additional stuff too.
There
like
is extra
reporters, like
virtual
reporters and stuff.
It's like virtual only content. Like if you're there, you don't really get to experience it because. I don't know if they're doing this again, and I didn't check, but last year there were interviews with the guests, like private interviews. Yes. So yes,
all of the special guests will have interviews, and then like at various times during the day, there will be a roving reporter going around showing you what's actually happening in between. So you feel more like you're there, and you get like the vibe of what's going on there. And it's just such a blast.
Yeah.
And no other con that I know of for the Wheel of Time has this kind of content and this much content.
Yeah.
One of the things that when we started this, when we first started talking about it, like when it was me and Nabes and Brian Racapacidai, when we first started talking about it and then expanding it out to see who else might be interested in helping. One of the things that we felt was really important was accessibility. And that isn't just physical accessibility, people having what they need to be able to get around and be comfortable at the con itself. Very important, but also accessibility for people who, for whatever reason, can't travel, whether it's a financial issue, whether it's a medical issue, whatever. we want people to be able to feel like they can be involved to the greatest extent possible. And the virtual programming is a huge part of that. So even if you are at the con and you are just having an introvert day, or you are having an anxiety day or something, and you need to be chilling out in your room, you don't have to miss out on that panel. You can, if you are an in-person attendee, you still have access to all of that virtual content. So you can still watch the panel.
And
that you wanted to go to.
If you're hardcore and you want to sit in a panel while listening and watching to another panel on your phone, you want to
just use your earbuds because
use your
somebody
earbuds.
will yell at you.
Use your earbuds, but you can watch 2 panels at once.
And then,
depending on how many devices,
if you have another device and another account, YouTube account, like maybe you watch 3 panels at once, 1 in person and 2 on devices.
4, because we generally stream 3 or 4 at the same time.
That's true.
And they're recorded. You could skip all 4 in that hour and watch them all later. It's your, your pick your poison.
Con on demand.
I need your con, baby. Con it up the way you want.
That's right.
Con demand.
Con on demand.
Con demand.
On demand.
Con demand.
Tom didn't like that one.
No, you should have seen that face.
All right.
So Sharon Gillam's the guest of honor. How awesome is that?
Unbelievable.
Very excited for this. Tom, Jen, how excited are you for this?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
It's so good that we have Sharon. No, I really am. Every single thing she's put out for the show, we talked about it already, but amazing. Every little detail that she's showing us now that we didn't even notice because it was not even visible on the screen. But just, I can't wait to pick her brain and hear everything she has to say.
I have no foreknowledge of this, so I'm just going to ask it here and get everyone's thoughts. Think we might get some costumes there?
Oh, I hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know if we will or not, but I really hope so.
Yeah.
If she was able to bring costumes, somebody's going to have to hold my hands behind my back because I will not be able to keep my grubby mitts off them because I am a cosplayer and I have been known to get into some pretty complicated historical costuming. And so that shit is just really interesting to me. And so, yeah, I'm going to want to get my fingers on that. And I'm going to be I want to look at the hems. I want to look at the seams. I want to see how they put that shit together. Like, that is not appropriate behavior, Jessica. Don't do it. Someone tie my hands behind my back because it's going to be bad.
Tom, if she brought one costume, right? She can only bring one costume. Which costume would you want her to bring?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's tough, man. I guess if it was only one costume, I would want the Lanfear headdress.
Okay.
Like when
that's a good one.
With not issue with
well, that was the winning. That was the
Samael.
That was
Maleficent head.
With Samael's
was the performance art.
Yeah.
That won the Save Watt Wheelie Award.
Yeah, that would be the one. If I had to pick one.
All right. How about you, Dana Lou?
That's a good one.
I would want the eel fin leather strappy outfit.
Oh, Honest would have he would faint, I think.
I do have a runner-up, and that would be Galad's lioness coat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about you, Jen?
I was gonna go basic and say Rand's red coat from season 2.
Ooh,
that's
with
cool.
the golden herons on it.
Yeah.
How about you, Jess?
I feel like I would really love to see Lady Suroth's whole rig.
That's what I was going to say.
Suroth.
The runner-up would be Ruark's.
Oh,
from the final scene at the place that I can't ever remember what it's called.
Alcardal?
Yes,
yeah.
But I'm like Desert Amphitheater.
I don't
know.
I feel like if she brought a maiden's costume, somebody would steal it.
And that somebody would probably be Critter. On mean, honestly, any Aiel costume I feel like would be really cool.
Yeah.
Particularly the maidens or Ruark. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I would like to lay a bridal wreath at Bjorn Landberg's feet. No, that has nothing to do with it at all.
Oh.
But yeah, everything that she did with the Aiel was really interesting. There's so much texture and layering with it. I just would love to be able to get a closer look at one of those for sure.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
But Suroth's whole situation was just... That costume blew my mind.
I like that, or maybe one of Elida's outfits.
That's good.
No, I know which one. Tom, you didn't say the one I thought you were going to say.
I don't know if I want to see that not on Jean Kate.
Okay.
Oh, the shorts,
The high boots.
Her traveling outfit is
with
my favorite
the
outfit.
boots and the shorts.
Yes.
Yeah, with the hat. Like she's just like,
that jaunty hat.
Yeah.
What about Rand's sweater from episode 1?
Stop.
I feel like we could find that somewhere, though.
I was going to say, you can probably
Like
pick
Old
that up
Navy.
at Kohl's.
Someone dressed up at Jordan Con.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
That one time he had the wig on, and then he just wore like that sweater, and he was cosplaying. I was like,
that wasn't Sharon. Actually, we can't talk about season 1.
That's true. That was Isis.
That's true. Yeah,
that is true.
That's
okay,
really funny.
But Sharon was my number one pick when we talked about at the end of WoTCon last year who we would like to see come as a special guest. I was like, Sharon Gillam, please, please, please let her be able to come. And so I am over the moon.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we also have,
I can't wait.
We have returning special guests, Kate Redding and Michael Kramer, who are always a blast.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the Phantom's cool aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
Or cousins, depending on how old you are.
And I think my favorite part of WoTCon might be their live readings. It's just so, I don't know. It feels, and when it's not just them reading, that's obviously a big part of it, doing it in person, but it's like the energy in the room because everyone's just standing or sitting,
Silence.
like complete silence. No one's sneezing during this.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, like, there's so many times you'll go to a place like where people are supposed to be quiet and people are whispering and there's literally no speech happening when
dead silence.
And then even when they finish, it's like everyone has to like gather themselves.
Yeah, there's like
it's like a moment,
there's like a second of just like everybody's like
soaking it in, just letting it wash over you.
Like when they read the Golden Crane Rise for Tarman Gaidan, that I don't remember which year that was.
It was the first one.
Like everybody was crying and it was just crazy. And then followed very closely by on Friday and or Saturday night when they've had a few drinks and Michael is like holding forth in the lobby. He is, I love him. I love him so much. So it's they're amazing people. They're a lot of fun. So we're very excited that they are coming back.
Yeah.
They just like to come. They just they come because they like being there.
Yeah, they were the featured.
I don't think we even pay them anymore. Like
they just show up because they want to. They were the guests of honor for the first WoTCon, and they had so much fun that they're just have come back every year since.
Every year, yep.
And it's the only con they've ever did. It was the first time they went to a real-time convention. So
it's all
first convention they'd ever been to.
So what does that tell you?
And I just want to be like, okay, you guys just need to understand that if you go to a different convention, it's not going to be like this.
Yeah.
Because WoTCon is made different.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the kids say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I say, it's like summer camp and family reunion for adults with alcohol. I mean, that's what it's like all weekend.
Yeah.
It is. It's like grown up summer camp with booze.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. I think someone.
And then, of course, Maria Simmons is going to be there.
Yes. Who is always so much fun to talk to.
Oh my God,
she's so sweet. Yeah, she's so sweet.
And for
she's
people
just, like,
who
so
don't
tiny
know,
and like quiet, and then like she just comes in with the zinger, and you're like, all right, Maria, I see you.
Go ahead, Dana Lou.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, she was Robert Jordan's personal assistant and helped with the writing of The Companion and Dr. Livingston's Origins of the Wheel of Time. And she is still, to this day, Harriet McDougall's personal assistant.
Yeah. And
I think that Maria has probably forgotten more about the Wheel of Time than any of us have ever known.
100%.
Yeah. And people always, it's never not going to happen, but people are going to go up to her and ask her these questions, and she's going to be like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, and like maybe not off the top of her head, some of the stuff.
Yeah.
So what panels will she be on this year? Because she always says, whatever panel you want me to be on, I'll be on.
Do I have the panelists listed here? Let's see. Because
I can say that she's going to be on the feminism in the Wheel of Time panel, because I am also on that panel.
Yes. So I do have some of the panels here. This, I guess, will be the first time. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to be getting this to be sharing. So thank you, Rebecca, who is the program director for WoTCon. She sent it over, was so graciously highlighted some of these that she thought we should mention. And that is one of them that she mentioned, Jess. Feminine in the Wheel of Time, a focused discussion on the Forsaken. Maria will be on that. Jess, you'll be on that. Can you tell us a little bit about what that panel is?
Well, we haven't gotten into a lot of detailed discussion about exactly what we're going to be talking about, but I think that it's a pretty safe bet, especially with Delusions of Grendel as the moderator. It's going to be both fun and fundamental. There's, I think, going to be a lot of really good discussion about, I'm guessing probably because the focus is going to be on the Forsaken, probably sort of the nature of empowerment and how that looks when you're on sort of like the quote evil side of things and working for a dick like the dark one, stuff like that. So like we literally just got the Discord chat started yesterday, so we haven't dug into like what exactly we're going to touch on in the discussion, but I think because we're going to be talking about the Forsaken specifically, it's going to be a particularly interesting talk, because a lot of times you talk about sort of, when you're talking about feminism with the Wheel of Time, you're talking specifically about the main characters, and like Egwene and Moiraine and Nynaeve and Elaine. And, you know, this is going to be digging into a different kind of darker side of that. And so I think it's going to be a really interesting discussion.
Yeah, that's wild talking.
I came up with all of that off the top of my head.
I was great. I don't.
Good job.
If you didn't say that, nobody would have known.
I hope I didn't screw it up.
But I love that it's going to be around, like, focused on the Forsaken, because the easy thing would be like, let's talk about the Aes Sedai and you know, Egwene and Nynaeve, and Elaine. But no, the Forsaken. I like that. I like that twist to it. So Maria is going to be on that panel. She's also going to be on one other panel that I see. Oh, actually, two other panels. She's going to be on the GA trial panel, which is a really fun panel. It's basically like a mock trial. And we've done these over the last few years of WoTCon. And I think this one I love this one, this trial, right? Last year, was it Elida was on trial? I can't remember.
I think Elida.
Gowan?
I know one year we did Elida. One year we did.
Was it Egwene, or am I thinking of a different?
And we're trying.
What about when the Aiel came over the Dragon Wall to go after King Layman?
Was that a trial? Was that one of the trials? I don't even know.
I think that was one of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. But yeah.
Anyway, this one
we have actual real lawyers who work on this. So
yeah, this is a fun one, and I love the topic, right? And I think I'm going to go to this because if I can. So the argument, right? The trial is going to be, the defendant is going to be Lews Therin Telamon, and if he committed any punishable crimes in the leading the strike on Shia Ghul.
Oh boy!
Oh wow!
And now I didn't realize that he was going to be the defendant, and now I'm especially bummed that I didn't get that panel, because man.
But the crowd gets involved in like their opinions and stuff. So it's a really fun one.
Well, they're
to be
the
there
jury,
in person.
Right?
It's really fun to be there in person. And am I correct that Maria, or perhaps in her Varen persona, I don't know, is the judge?
I don't know. I don't have that information. So you're going to have to.
Because we have like pros and cons. We have people arguing different sides of it.
Yeah. Right. So you have
the prosecution, you have the defense. And I think that I think Maria in the past has been
the judge.
Okay. So.
All right. She might be returning then as judge again. You'll have to come to WoTCon to find out. So I don't have that information.
What was the panel you were on last year?
Oh, that was
like the debate.
Egwene
That's
would
what I
have
was
made
thinking of. Okay.
Egwene would have made a better dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I've never been to the trial, so maybe I'll take a
Yeah, that
look
sounds
at
like a
that
cool one.
this year.
We've got a lot of other awesome panels going on. Obviously, Sharon Gillam's going to be doing a panel about costumes, taking you through the whole journey of like coming up with concepts and designs and materials. How her whole process for how she created the costumes for the Wheel of Time. So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be probably a pretty packed panel, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We have another surprise guest who's going to be there, Nikhil Koparkar, who
Is it Koparkar?
Koparkar, thank you, Dana Lou. Oh,
I don't know.
Here. I need you here all the time to correct my pronunciations. Nikhil Koparkar, who is a musician who worked on the Wheel of Time. He wrote the music for the Hills of Tanchico, people.
He's our hero.
He's going to be at WoTCon, and damned if he doesn't play the Hills of Tanchico during the sing-along. He's gonna get roped into it. He's gonna have to run and hide, otherwise he's gonna have to.
I don't think
that.
he'll
I mean,
sure
I feel like
will
he's
want to.
I feel like he
Don't think
might
he's gonna
get
hide.
roped into doing it more than once.
Yes, I agree with you there, Jess. I think when he mentioned on Twitter, I think at one point that he might be able to come, and I was like, you have to then play the Hills of Tanchico when you come at the sing-along. But he's doing a panel about music, obviously, talking about the music that he worked on for the Wheel of Time and the series as a whole, from the perspective, obviously, of a composer. So that's going to be pretty cool. Having him on there, that's pretty exciting. What else we got?
He has another panel, though.
He does?
That you could participate in. Yes. Hills of Tanchico Take 2 or Part 2.
Oh,
and that one is where they're going to write lyrics to a second verse. To Hills of Tanchico.
Oh, we are doing that one? Okay, good.
I
good,
see it here
good,
now.
good.
Thank you, Dana Lou. I did not notice that before. That is going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be the panel room where people are just singing the entire time. And if you're in the room next to that, you're just going to hear people singing the Hills of Tanchico.
R.I.P. to whoever's panel is next to that.
Yeah. Sorry about that. There is a writing and narration workshop with Michael and Kate. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. That's going to be fun. So it looks like you can actually bring your short original writing for them to narrate. Whoa.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bring a similar length that you narrate for constructive feedback.
Ooh. That's cool too.
That's very cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch that. I'm flagging that one.
Flag it.
Is Dan get a sneaky Tum now?
I know. I my husband.
Well, he did. He sat in the
that's awesome.
panel that they did when he came. That one time,
Yeah, and he
right?
spoke to them a little bit too
Yeah.
when he was there, but I don't think he's coming this year. But
Gotcha.
Oh,
oh
that's
well,
too bad.
Well, he's got till the 18th to decide.
that's true.
He does. What else do we have here? We've got. Go ahead.
I saw that we do have people who are show only fans.
Hmm.
They have not read the books. And so there are some things on the docket for those people specifically. And I'm excited
Mhm.
that there is going to be a panel with Tori Talks with Dr. S from YouTube.
Mhm.
And they have only watched the TV show. Their brother brothers and husband, for one, have read the books, and that's how they got into it. And so I'm really excited to get their whole take on both the Wheel of Time season 3, but also them being involved with the fandom and how that is for them coming from that side of things, not coming as a book reader, but as a show watcher.
Mhm.
And so I think it's fabulous that they just decided that they were coming to WoTCon. And was it last year? And then they did not know what they were getting into, and they loved it. And
Yeah.
so they're coming back.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I'm so like out of it, like not even knowing what's going on. So this is like news to me too. So this is so fun. Like I said, this is like hot off the presses for anybody, obviously, who wasn't involved in making this. So it's really
Yep.
exciting to find out all of this, these exciting panels that are going to happen. There's there's What Ones is returning this year.
Nice.
And who's going to be on that this year? Huh?
Yes, the three of us, Jen and Tom and I, will be on What Ones this year.
All right.
All right.
I have to tell you right now that was I'm done after that. That's my dream, and it's been fulfilled, and that's it.
Is anybody else on it, or is it just us?
It's
just us.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the three of
We
us.
got to get T-Vat on next year.
Yeah.
I ate a mild buffalo wing last year, and I was very, very upset. So this is going to be great.
I love it.
I know I'm going to be crying.
I'm with you too. I'm
hope you can all
a
laugh at me.
huge heat weenie.
Maybe you should get Caitlin Hatch to like sub in for you.
Yeah,
She's
maybe
a
you can tag her in.
No, I have to
No
do
subbing.
it. I have to do it, but I'm not going to be happy about it, and
Well, I don't think any of us are going to be happy
Bitch
about it.
I'm going to cry, and I guess that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I tried
It's
last
the
year's.
tears. That's the best
The tears
part.
and the stomach ache.
I tried last year's hot sauce on just on a piece of cracker. There's a tiny little bit, and the top of my head started to sweat, and I didn't know sweat came from there.
Every year,
If you
the
want
Black Tower brings the taint sauce,
yes.
and I've never tried it because I'm too scared.
The taint
Now-
isn't
now
that
I'm doing
spicy,
What Ones.
actually. Josh
No.
Josh doesn't make it too spicy. Some of those sauces at What Ones are definitely spicier than that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Wolfie is the one who takes particular care and pride in
Yeah.
making sure that he's picking a variety of sauces that are going to just be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, he's the hot sauce sommelier.
That's,
My understanding is you start with the least on the Schofield
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you work your
scale,
way up.
however you say that word.
Yeah,
And
you work
then
your way up.
Work your way up.
Mhm.
But
Correct.
you take like one bite of the wing?
You're supposed to eat
And
the
then you
whole
have to
wing,
answer
but
a question or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that.
it's a takeoff of the Hot Ones for those people who don't
No,
know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's take off the Hot Ones show. So it's What Ones.
So out of you three, who is going to win?
I don't know how you win, but I've already
You're still
won by
alive,
being on the panel.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I like spicy food, but
yeah, I think
really
Joe likes the spiciest.
Yeah, but really spicy food is just really spicy. Like it's like that. Like I'm not going to be sitting there eating some of these. Well, I'm going to have to, but like I have this hot sauce that I bought. It's like crazy. It's got like ghost pepper and
Oh my.
Carolina Reaper.
no,
and-
not the Reaper, the other one, the one that's like the hottest one. I can't remember now. I don't have it with me, but and Scotch bonnet, and it's like I put one little drop on something, and it's like
What are you supposed to drink or eat to
milk,
like
ice cream, shake.
Milk.
do
Yeah.
they
Shake.
provide you with milk? Is milk provided?
I feel
Should I
like
bring my own milk?
if
Am I
nothing
allowed?
else, have butter and like some crackers or something, and because that
Dairy
is
has
what
to be like dairy.
yeah.
on the
Yeah, it's
show
the oil.
they give them a milkshake. Like that's the best
Yeah.
thing because it's cold and it's milk, so it
Mhm.
neutralizes.
Yeah, there's something
the,
about,
Like
like, the
milkshake and
lactose
hot
or
wings is
something that-
really gonna make me.
yeah. Well, you bring some Tums with you too, so you might want to take those.
Yes,
before.
Yeah,
That's
like
for-
It's the
seriously.
Yeah, it's I think
Back on
the fat content in it. So if there's something else that's a fatty content that's not dairy, you could do that if you
Mhm.
can't do dairy.
No,
There
I
you
can
something-
do dairy, but it just doesn't.
I could
seem
do
like
dairy,
it.
baby.
Oh.
I could do dairy standing on my head. No,
So
I
you're
don't know. All
walking
right, I just want
around
to be
with a-
prepared. I'm gonna come
gallon
in
of
with like two milkshakes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Comes in with a gallon of milk.
And a
Just
gallon of milk. Glug, glug, glug.
chug it.
Yeah.
Just Joey and friends pour the entire gallon of milk. That's me after the panel.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's going to be fun and spicy. I'm looking forward to that one.
I can see.
It's going to be spicy. Everybody come. If you want to see Tom sweat out of the top of his head,
Yeah, if you want to watch people eat food that hurts.
come to watch.
Who's the host?
Josh is the host.
It's still Josh. Is Josh over
Yeah,
here?
this is. I think it's Josh's panel. He always
Okay.
hosts it. Josh from Black Tower. For those of you listening.
Yes. That's Josh.
And we've also got a reverse fan casting panel. which is interesting. So it's not like fan casting characters in the books, like actors into the characters in the books. It's the reverse, which we've kind of done this before, Jen and Tom, with some of our bonus content. And we place those characters from the book or the show into other stories and movies and television and what other IP.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
fun. That's fun.
I'm on that one too, and I've already know who I want to cast Matt Cawthon as. So
don't.
Ooh.
I'm prepared by my standards.
All right, awesome.
Which is the bar is very low when it comes to my panel preparedness. So
I think, how many panels are you on? I think Jess Rebecca might have highlighted all the panels that you were on.
I'm on this one also. So you highlighted 2 of my panels as well.
There you go. Well, I guess I don't think she did that on purpose. I think these are
probably not. We're just on the best panels. I don't know.
We are on the best panels.
Not to say that any of these other panels are no good. So
this is the first year I'm not going to be on a panel. I decided to.
I was going to ask you what panel you were on, so thank you for sharing that. But that stinks.
No, I did that. Take the year off.
I did that one year. It was good just to be able to do what you wanted and not have to be at a certain place at a certain time.
Yeah, Rebecca's really good about not making you do more than 2 or 3 at the most, which is nice.
Yeah, and when you fill that out,
having to do multiple in a day can be a lot.
Yeah, that I think right when they put out like the questionnaire, you can say like, this is how many panels. I don't want to do any more than this many panels. I'm in 2 panels too, which I guess I said 2 panels. I don't remember, but one of them is the WoT ones, so I don't really have to do anything. Like I don't have to prepare for that one.
Right.
So that's okay. I don't mind.
You need to maybe line your stomach.
Yes, I have to take some Tums and bring some milk. And then I'm also I forgot about this, but there's the meme off, the Great Malkiri meme off.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we have that every year.
I will be defending my title with Megma's Team Egg Meme against against Tom. I believe Tom D. Simone and hold on, I'll tell you right now who it is because they just set the group up. Who is it? It's Beth. Tom and Beth.
Okay.
Nice. We will be going up against them to come up with the best memes. That's a fun one too. And that's a fun one that's a fun virtual one because there's people are posting in the Discord and Rob.
Yeah, Brian.
Yes.
Brian in the audience is like almost funnier than the actual panel.
Yeah. So it's hosted by Rob from Malkir Talks. And yeah, while the teams are creating their memes, people will be putting memes in Discord and Rob will be showing them up on the screen and live. So that's a lot of fun. If you want to laugh and just have like a good time, and if you have your own memes and want to post them in the Discord, like it's a great interactive panel for anyone who's not even attending in person. So definitely.
You mentioned something that is not on the panel schedule, and that is the sing along.
Yeah, I was gonna throw that to Jen and Tom, right? Because that's something that we do for WoTCon is activities like the non-panel type events, and there's 2 that we've been doing. Well, we started doing them the second year, I guess, and have been doing them since then. Mm-hmm. Tom does.
The first year was a impromptu sing along,
which inspired
inspired the official sing along.
Yeah. So rather than do like karaoke, right? We said, well, we don't want just one person to sing at a time, and then let's just all sing together. So we do a sing along. It's a lot of fun. Everybody gets drunk and just sings at the top of their lungs,
or not, if that's your choice.
That's true. Not everybody gets drunk, but there are definitely some people screaming.
Everybody brings an whatever instrument. If anybody has one and wants to come up and join the band, like from kazoos on down.
We need a washboard and a mouth harp, so we're really looking for those.
If you need somebody play spoons.
If we can get someone playing the spoons, we'll do spoon man.
It is an acoustic band, and for those of you who don't play an instrument but would like to participate and haven't been here before, whatever songs we pick, it's a crowdsourced. Like we have a list of songs that are available, and we I don't play, but the people who play and sing know how to play and sing them all. And we have links for the lyrics so that if you like this song but you don't know the words, you can look it up on your phone or whatever and sing along with us.
People get up there, they do their hits from Idol. So
yes,
very
we did
fun.
that. We did that last year. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, What Idol is going to be after WoTCon this year, though, so we won't have any new songs to do.
Maybe we could look back and add like one or two older ones that we didn't do yet.
Yeah, sure. That's definitely
check out that list.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun to do that. And then the other one is Tom runs a trivia, a white cloak questioner.
It's true. It's a little more lenient than they normally are, but yeah, it's like a pub style trivia
no torture
game.
implements.
This year we're gonna end it by setting Tom on fire.
Cutting off his hand.
That's the prize.
If it's the day that we do the What Ones panel, part of me will already be on fire. So, yeah, but that's a lot of fun. That happens now. I believe there's the same night as the dance party that happens inside. So, the one other thing, like for those of you who are listening, who are thinking about going, I've never gone before, there's dinners. There's like a big communal dinner, and then that goes into a dance party. And then if you don't like to dance, or you're just want to show everybody how smart you are, you can leave that area for a while and come out to the main lobby and be part of pub trivia hosted by me.
Yes, it's fun.
White cloak
It's team trivia. So
I won the first year.
That's right. You're on the winning team. Yeah.
That's why you have two hands.
Last year, I served birds to everyone, so that was fun.
True.
That's true.
Were they peeps?
They were peeps. They were peeps. I presented one to Tom on a tray. I had a big problem because I ordered peeps on Amazon. It's like off time, so it's hard to find peeps in July. And they came to my house and they were shaped like rabbits.
Yeah. So,
and I looked back and I ordered the chicks, but they came as rabbits. I guess they were like, she won't care. So then I had to order them again and cross my fingers, and they came as chicks. The second time.
It's sugar covered marshmallow. She doesn't care what shape they are in July.
Don't understand.
Television
show.
Whole thing.
Yeah. They're a prop, people. They're a prop.
You're ruining the bit.
I looked at them. I was like, wait a minute. No.
My joke.
Yeah.
My precious joke.
Oh.
Another one of the really fun things is last year, Koala, along with a couple of other people, made up a Wheel of Time card game and based on Cards Against Humanity called Questioners Seeking Dark Friends. And there are 3 different versions. One is all book, one was all show, and one was fandom. So there are questions and then there are potential answers that go in the blanks. And so people had bought these. And so they were just randomly sitting around in the lobby at different times where people would come in and play for a hand or two and jump out and all this stuff. And a whole set of all 2,000 cards, I think, was donated to WoTCon. And so it should be there for people to play. And so
fingers crossed it's still around.
Yeah.
It's around.
So we can find it.
I would like to think that our attendees are good enough that they wouldn't take it.
No,
well, it could end up in any box, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably in the storage facility, hopefully.
Yeah, somewhere in storage. But so there's always fun stuff like that going around. And I think somebody even had like a puzzle out on a table and they just sat around having a puzzle. So there's all kinds of fun stuff just going on. If you bring little games with you, absolutely do that. And in the
big
evening,
games. You can bring big games too.
There's cornhole.
There's cornhole.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's cornhole.
That's the hotel, but yes.
What do you mean?
Isn't it the? It's
No,
ours.
it's
It's our own pool, and the
WoTCon.
baseball
Right,
kids
that's
like took it over that one year, and we're like, "This isn't for you."
Get out of here,
Cornhole.
kids.
Oh, it wasn't the kids that were the problem so much as the drunk parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Got to see Wolf Brothers like de-escalation techniques in like real time. He stepped that whole thing down very, very well.
Yeah.
Because they were some very drunk, belligerent parents. I'm like, you're around your children. And it's like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, you shouldn't be drinking in front of your children, but you should not be, maybe you shouldn't be drunk and belligerent with strangers in front of your children. But Maybe I'm just old fashioned.
No, I don't think so. I forgot to mention too, right? And I wanted to say this earlier, there's t-shirts that are being sold to raise money for the accessibility fund that Jess was mentioning about, right? There's to fund the accessibility and also to go to Michael and Kate's charity Books to Prisoners.
Yes.
So I will put links to that. So I don't know, somebody describe what the shirts are. There's 2 shirts. Somebody.
So there is an individual who goes by Salts, who does really cute like cartoon art. And one year he doodled up this doodle of DJ Nibbles. Nabless, who is sort of our supreme leader on the planning committee for this whole thing, he also does all of the sound work and he DJs for the dance party. And so he did this little DJ and Matt, Innkeeper Hatch called him DJ Nibbles and it stuck. And so then Salts made this really cute DJ Nibbles like cartoon thing. And it's him with like he made a sticker out of it. Yeah. And it's like Nabes with like a headphone on and he's like at a turntable. It's really super cute. And then he has another one that is Innkeeper Hatch dressed up as Lanfear, aka Manfear. And that's MC Manfear. And so these are exclusive shirts only for the fundraiser. You will not be able to get these outside of the fundraiser. One is for Team DJ Nibbles, one is for Team MC Manfear, and all of the proceeds from these t-shirt sales go toward the WoTCon Accessibility Fund and for Books to Prisoners, which is, as Joe said, the charity it's the charity of choice for Kate and Michael. And there's a little bit of a competition. We're going to see which team, is it Team DJ Nibbles or Team Manfear, that's going to win the day. There's, winners get bragging rights in perpetuity and everybody wins because, we're a very small convention and we don't have, we have a very high overhead and virtually no profit whatsoever. So, some of the accessibility stuff that we have to do, it costs money and we don't have a ton of it. Yeah, every year. So having some of it's, Kayla actually, Master of the Deck, did a really great breakdown of this on Blue Sky. But, some of the costs for accessibility stuff, it's a one-time purchase. It's a piece of equipment or something like that we can use year after year. Some of it is recurring costs, for instance, ASL interpreters. Stuff like that. And, those services don't come cheap and they shouldn't come cheap because these are highly skilled individuals who should absolutely be paid a competitive wage for their services, but it gets really expensive. And so you can help to defray some of that cost and make it a little bit easier for the con to continue providing this level of accessibility that we feel is so important. And also, rub it in Nadeless's face or in Innkeeper Hatch's face, whoever it is that you decide to, and you can have their image on your person.
Yeah.
If you submit to the fundraiser by the 18th, you will be able to pick your t-shirt up along with your badge at registration for the con.
Yeah. No shipping.
And if you are not going to be at the con, you will be able to get the shirt shipped to you instead.
Yeah.
So
anybody you can support both
play.
teams. You can get 2 shirts.
Yeah.
You can get 2 shirts. We won't tell.
Get 2 shirts, wear one day and one another day.
Absolutely.
I like that idea. I already bought my shirt. I'm not going to say which one I bought. But I already bought mine. It's worth it just for the shirt. These shirts are amazing.
It really is. The art's really cute. And I will proudly say that I am Team DJ Nibbles because Nabe said he'd kick me off the podcast if I didn't.
That's reasonable. No, that's absolutely
He didn't actually
reasonable.
say that, but I know he was thinking it.
And you have it. Looks like you have until the 20th to buy your shirt. Right? If you buy it by the 18th and you're going to the con, you can pick your shirt up at the con. If you buy it after the 18th, I guess that really leaves the last 2 days, the 19th to 20th.
So that's Wednesday for the 18th and Friday for the 20th, correct?
I think so. It just
that is correct. Yeah.
Says 7 days.
So if you want to, if you want to have your shirt for the con, You have to submit your order by the 18th.
Yeah. So do it.
That's
Get your
that
shirt.
on that.
Links in the
So
show
do it.
notes.
Get your shirt.
Links in the show notes, everybody. Go get a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's a weird link. So
Where is the link
Like-
also? Where are you getting the link from?
It's on the WoTCon website.
Okay.
But it's in our
and we
Discord
posted
chat.
on it we posted on the WoTCon socials as well.
Yeah, it's in the
Okay.
Discord chat right now too. People posted it in there. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh, there it is. All right.
So get your shirt. It's a cool shirt. You can buy it even if you're not coming to WoTCon. It's a cool
Absolutely.
Mhm.
shirt, and you could own it.
Yeah, this is not just for WoTCon attendees. This is for anybody who wants to contribute. If you can't afford the amount for the shirt, you can also make another donation amount. There is an option to just make a donation sans shirt. So that option also exists. So if you don't have $30 for a shirt, that's totally fine. If you have $2, $5, whatever if you want to throw it at, you can do that.
I did not know that.
It
That
doesn't
is
have
awesome.
to be a shirt.
I got
That's cool.
distracted by the shirts that I didn't notice that.
Which
Thank you,
means
Jess.
also that you can donate more than the cost of a shirt if you so desire.
Yeah.
That is correct. Make it rain on our accessibility. I don't.
I just got a weird image in my head. Sorry. Did like we miss any big things about WoTCon that we should have talked about? I feel like we did a lot of talking and we talked about a lot of things at WoTCon, but I feel like we missed
Mhm.
something, but I could be wrong. So does anyone think there's anything else that we might have missed that people need to know?
Well, did we talk about in-person registration ends on the 18th? But okay, we did talk about that. There are 2 different ticket types. There's standard and then
3.
Oh, there's because there's the virtual, but for in-person, there are 2 different ticket types. There's standard and VIP. One of them comes with an extra meal and
Swag.
they both come with dinner on Saturday and they come with lunch. So that I think is a really nice feature because being able to just all sit together and have dinner, I think is really, really nice. You don't have to worry about going someplace to get food. You don't have to leave. I personally really like that. And let's
You get
see.
all right. You get-
Hotel room. There are still rooms available in the hotel block for the 3 nights of the con. If you want to come before, there aren't any rooms available. So the con starts on Friday. If you wanted to come on Thursday or Wednesday, you'll have to find something at one of the other hotels in the area and then come over to the con hotel.
Yeah, there's a
But
hotel I think
for
right
the 3
across the
nights-
street, right? It's like there's one.
Yeah,
like,
there
right
are.
across the street, so.
There's one right across the street, and I think there's another one that's like in the immediate area within walking distance, like reasonable walking distance. There are a couple of other like chain hotels right by the Marriott where we're at. So you'll have to. All of the information about the hotels is on the WoTCon website.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything else.
I think we did a good job.
Did
I
it?
think we did.
Yeah, and
Pat
if you
ourselves on the back.
if you are coming, I would suggest either coming if you can early so you can just be there for the hype as everybody comes in, or leave late. So, for instance,
Or both.
I leave on Monday morning because I can, and that means that after the con is over at like lunchtime on Sunday and everything gets packed up, then we can kind of relax and hang out with everybody. So
We did forget one important thing to talk about.
What's
and I apologize to Jessica, I think, who's running the volunteers this year. If you're coming
Yes,
to
not me.
WoTCon,
The other Jess.
no, the other Jess, I said Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica,
Okay.
Squeed eye.
Jessica Squeedeye is running the volunteers this year. If you're coming to the con, sign up to volunteer, help out, right? This is,
Please.
as much or as little as you want. Nobody gets paid to do WoTCon. So we're all volunteers technically, but if you want to help out, see all the idiotic stuff that we do behind the scenes, you can volunteer.
Sign up on the website.
Go to the website, sign up. I'll put the link to obviously the WoTCon website in the show notes as well. And you can just click, there's a little link to volunteer and sign up and hang out and have fun and help us out because we could always use help. Many hands make light work.
Make light work.
That's right. That's how That's how it goes, right?
I think so.
Rising tide raises all ships. I don't know. Everybody just, I'm
Rising
just,
tides make light
throwing
work.
out, other
Yeah.
sayings.
Green sky in the morning.
What?
Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Green sky in the morning?
Yeah.
Red
Green-
sky at
green-
night.
Red sky at night. Green sky at night. Neighbor take
I
flight.
thought it was red sky in the morning.
Sailors take
No.
warning.
Something
Yeah.
about sailors.
Yeah, red side of the morning, sailors take warning. Red skies at night.
Red sky at night,
delight.
sailors delight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to see a green sky.
I was quoting.
Here
much.
I was
at
quoting
night, because
tornadoes.
that means a tornado.
I was quoting the classic Tom Hanks movie, The Burbs. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
The
Move on.
Burbs. Oh,
If you-
I haven't seen that in a long time.
That's such a great movie. If you've seen it,
That's a
if you
great
haven't
movie.
seen it, go watch it. It's such an underrated
Go watch
movie.
it.
It's
Yeah,
hysterical.
it is definitely like classic 80s good Tom Hanks goodness.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Before we
As far
start,
as I know, it holds up.
before we start talking about handwriting again, I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank you, Jess and Dana Lou, for coming. What do you guys tell? How can people find you? You got anything going on? What's up? Sell yourselves to the listeners if you want to. You don't have to.
I mean, I am occasionally on Blue Sky. I am not doing a ton of social media because I don't know, it's just better for my mental health to not. I do sporadically do reaction videos on YouTube. I'm the Emerlin Study there, and that's fun. And also Tarvalin After Dark. It's a fantasy podcast commentary. We do comedy sketches and stuff. It's really fun.
Yes.
You can find us wherever you find your podcasts. That's me.
It is. You will laugh out loud while you're riding on the train listening to it, and people will look at you
Awesome.
if you listen to when you listen to the podcast. So it's happened before.
That's awesome.
Dana Lou,
I love that.
where can people find Delving the Chronicles podcast?
Anywhere you get your podcasts. So Delving the Chronicles, a Wheel of Time podcast is full spoilers. So we will delve into anything and get information from anywhere we can, whether it's from the books themselves or the show or interviews. And then we also bring in real world things and apply things in the books to the real world. And so we try to really do deep dives on things. And so we do have Blue Sky and Twitter.
I will
I
put
think
all
we're
of that.
Delvers of Time. Anyway.
I'll put all your links. I'll put everybody's links. There's gonna be a lot of links in the show notes, listeners. So make sure you click all of them. Jen and Tom, where can people find your podcast?
I don't know.
Okay,
Right here.
let's go. Oh, yeah.
And
You're listening to it, Trick.
everywhere you've already found
You've already
it.
found it.
You've already
We found you.
Yes, you've won. You've won the game already. I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post our episodes on YouTube. So go check out our YouTube page to like and subscribe. We post other things there too that you don't get on the podcast feed. Like, I don't know. What do we post there? Interviews with the cast.
Yeah. Parody songs.
Parody songs. So go check that out. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts and check out our merchandise and Patreon to support us that way. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Jen and Tom, do you have any final words before we say goodbye?
No, I'm just excited about WoTCon. After this episode, I'm even more hyped than I was before. Less than a month.
On a scale of 1 to 16, how hyped are you for WoTCon?
I am a 27, Joe.
Okay. thank you.
Whoa.
Very scientific.
Yeah.
Tom, anything else?
See you in July, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. And you'll hear us next time.